Hi guys, I hope you guys are doing okay. So this is like my first video trying to explain you the concept of constants and variables in Swift. So let me create a playground. So in Xcode, you can see when you go to Files, New, and you get an option for playground. So what this does is like it lets you experiment with coding. So let me show you how it works. So you create a new playground, and you choose platform, Mac OS, iOS, or tvOS. I'll choose Mac OS for now and do next. Okay, so give it a name. I'll keep it my playground, and my location would be desktop. So it created a new project in playground. You can see in desktop it created a my playground.playground file, and it also gave us an example project. So let's see what it has. So imports cocoa, we don't need it. So first line, what it's doing is declaring a string. So let's just remove everything. One thing I want to let you know is like this, the playground doesn't automatically run your code. So before starting, I'll request all of you to go click here in this execute playground button and click and hold. You'll get these two options, manually run or automatic run. So what I want you to do is select automatically run. So whenever you change code here, it will automatically run it without you hitting the play button every time. Okay, so that out of the way, we are going to learn about constants and variables. So a constant is nothing but a value that is not going to change. So let me create a variable called my first name. So as you can see, my first name is not going to change. Um, in Swift, so my name is like constant, right? So my first name is not something that would change my lifetime, right? So in Swift, how so you have to declare a variable with its type. So you do a colon, and then you say it is a string, because my first name would be a string, and then you say equal to, and then you write that string in quotes. So this is, as you can see, it sees it as a string for one. That's my name. And similar to this, like we can have another constant that's called my last name. There's a shorthand that you could use. You don't have to declare string explicitly. Xcode can infer what kind of constant you are defining if you are giving it an initial value. So my last name is Dikshit, so it will automatically know without you telling it it's a string. It will infer that it's a string. We could do similar thing in the first case. We don't have to tell it it's a string because Xcode is smart enough. And second thing is variables. So variables are something that will change its value throughout your program. So initial value of the variable could be something, and then in while your program executes, this value can change. Let's think of a use case. Let's assume we are monitoring the water level of a bottle. So we have water level of water, sorry, a bottle. So we can declare a variable called water level, and that would be of type double. Double denotes all the floating point values, all fractional values. So initially we can assign water level as 100 milliliter. So this would be in milliliter, and as you can see, like initial value it is 100 milliliter. But once this is defined, we can change this variable to 200 milliliter. Sorry, say it has changed to 200 milliliter. So this is the concept of variable. So you have that water level that you can change. But if you try to do the same similar thing for constants, so let's try to change my first name to Diksha. Let's see what happens. So as you can see, it says cannot assign to value my first name because it's a let constant. So this is the benefit of constants. So if you declare them once and you don't want to change them throughout your code, so it will not let you change. So if you try to do a mistake, it will tell you, the compiler in the Xcode will tell you that you made a mistake. So that's why, like, what I do is I always declare anything that I want to declare as constants, and whenever I want to change it, Xcode tells me the error, and then what I do is I make that let a var. So it's not a constant anymore, it became a variable, but we don't want to do that here. Okay, similar to this, there are like two more concepts. One is called stored properties, and another is called computed properties. So stored properties are like constants that are computed once. So like so for an example, I can declare a constant called my full name, and we have to define a type here, saying that it's gonna be a string, and then you say equals to, then we do a bracket. So what that bracket does is it gives us a evaluation block. So here we can return something. So what would be my full name? My full name will be my first name plus my last name. And then what we do is after this bracket block, we can append another set of brackets that will tell it to compute this property once and assign it to full name. So as you can see, it takes the name as Pawan Dikshit. We want a space here, so what we can do is give it a space. So it evaluates to Pawan space Dikshit. So that would be my full name. So as you can see, stored properties are nothing but constants which compute its values from other constants or other some logic. But this happens only once. Once this evaluation is done, the Pawan Dikshit string is stored inside full name, and it's never going to be computed again. It will happen only once. On the other hand, computer properties are variables. So let's say you had that water level variable, right? So here what we can do is define another variable called water level in liters, and that would be again a double, and do a bracket, and then you return the water level divided by 1000. So this water level in liters is computed every time this is used. Uh, so let's say I do a water level in liters. Let's see what it does. See, it calculated the water level. So what our water level was 200, and we need water level in liters. So it divided 200 by 1000, and we got zero point 0.2 liters. And this gets executed every time we call it. So it's like a function. So you can see it's called two times. While full name, if I call full name two times, it gets executed only once. So because as you can see, water level can change, and if water level will change, water level in liters will also change. So that's why it needs to calculate it every time it's being called. While full name, as you can see, is a constant. It's not gonna change. My full name will never change. So that's why I want it to be a stored property. So it will be calculated from my first name and last name, but it would be a constant again once it's calculated. So that's it for this video. You guys let me know in comments what you want to see in further videos. I'm planning to make more videos in the coming months. So let me know all your ideas in the comments. I like this video if you enjoyed it. Thank you.